Alright, today we're dealing with the head pipe here. See how we got all this oil right here? The thing leaks out and spits oil out right here, and all the time when I'm riding I always end up a little bit on the bottom of my leg, and it stings and it burns because this thing's hot and sand. So today I was thinking about taking the head pipe off and seeing what's wrong inside, seeing if it's the gasket or if the, since this is Chinese, right, seeing if it's casted wrong or something, the weld's in the way or whatever. I don't know, but I was going to take it off and figure out why and file her down if I have to. Right, you only need this one wrench to do this. These are 10mm bolts. You see I got 10mm wrench. You want to be careful. You don't want to mess up the head nuts. You don't want to mess up the stud. You don't want to cross thread anything. You just want to take your time, go slow, don't lose your washers. Let's see what we got here. Not supposed to be doing this, so if Margaret catches me, I'm in deep trouble. Got a little bit of carbon buildup in there. Let's see what we got. It looks pretty flat. I don't know if you can see it in there, but if you look in there, bring it up a little closer. If you look in there, I can see, I'm saying, not casted very well. It's Chinese stuff, but anyways, so it's pretty flat. So you gotta be careful with your gasket here. Got a lot of carbon buildup in there. Can you see it? There, look at all that carbon right there built up at the top. That might be the problem here. Look at that. Look at all that carbon buildup. You want to be careful with this gasket because it's not metal. You twist this or crease this or bend it or worse, break it, and you're kind of screwed. Scrape all this carbon off. Looks better now? It does to me. Got a lot of carbon buildup in here. Okay, so I'm going to give you a look inside. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a lot of carbon buildup here. Alright, so I'm going to got a couple of more tools. Get you lined up in the frame. I got my handy dandy folding knife here, and a square metal file, and my favorite Chinese tool, my bent Chinese little screwdriver. So let's see what we can got here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a lot of buildup. Been driving old speeder bike here pretty hard. It's good and broke in now. So I changed the premix from 32-to-1. Now I'm somewhere around 24-to-1. Thinking about going down to 16-to-1 maybe. I don't know, because I haven't done any performance hop-ups to this thing yet. I'm hoping to get it broke in good before I start doing any of that stuff. It's concentrating more on getting the drivetrain, bulletproofed to make sure the thing was reliable and dependable. I scraped a lot of that out of there. Now I'm going to check the flange and make sure it's not the head itself. That seems pretty flat. Alright, the pipe here is pretty flat, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it was just all that carbon buildup and the gasket wasn't getting a good seal. Alright, well, let's see. I think the first performance upgrade I'm going to do is I'm going to thinking about buying that bike berry expansion chamber. I watched them kids on the YouTube, them One Gear boys. Charles Winchester, I think his name is. That's his channel. One Gear, they got a good little show of them. They got a couple of kids doing some hop-up tricks and stuff on their little speeder bikes. You know, they got a couple of good episodes and some good reviews of some parts. They've done some part stuff. You know, look. See how much carbon we got here? That's a lot of little beads and stuff. That's a lot of buildup. Alright, so get the old handy dandy chrome vadium, tighten her back down. Now, doesn't take a whole lot of torque on these things. Come on now, fellas. We're not building a big block Chevy here. We don't need 80,000 pounds of torque on these nuts right here. Alright. But knowing the Chinese, and how they build things, I'd say probably 10 pounds, 12 pounds is enough. I heard somebody once said that 5 pounds was the amount of torque you needed on these babies. Me, I usually go to their snug. Right there. Alright, so if 5 pounds is all we need, then let's just go about a 16th of a turn. Once you go past snug, see how that works. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make me a little metal gasket or something like I did with the cylinder head gasket. Because that little stock gasket, that little, I don't know what it's made out of, some kind of weird Chinese material or something. I have no idea. It doesn't want to seal tight enough because it's squished. You know, I mean, maybe when we put it on the first time, it just squished it too much or something. But it runs better. It wants, you know, it's this speeder bike. It runs good. It really does. Yeah, ever since we've had it, it's got about I'd say 300 miles or so on it now. It's good and broken. It starts every time. It runs good. Right now, it's real low on fuel, and I don't have any other mix made up for it, so it doesn't want to idle very well. I tried to set the idle screw a little bit richer, you know what I'm saying, to let it idle, but it just doesn't want to. It's not very humid out today, you know, and it's kind of late in the day. That's the first time I started in a couple of days. You know, I mean, humidity factor has a lot to do with the way two-stroke motors run. It's just like the drag races. Just like, remember John Force, 16-time world champion? Well, the reason he was a 16-time world champion is because of his tuner, Austin Coyle. Mr. Coyle understood fuel. He understood how the nitromethane worked. You know what I'm saying? How to balance it, get to specific gravities and all that. And all those things played in. Humidity, air temperature, you know, the air saturation level. All of those things play in. And it plays in the same way with these little motors. You know, you just can't, you know, a lot of guys, you watch a lot of the high performance guys that do this stuff, Fabian, Houston Motorized, some of those dudes, you know what I'm saying? See how they do it, right? They'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you right now. You know, you want your little scooter bike to run at its top, you know what I'm saying? You got to get a good plug, you got to have a good carburetor, you got to have good fuel. Fuel is the key component here. You don't want to use that cheap ass shit from Circle K, that 87. You want to put the high grade stuff in it and mix it up with your oil. Get good grade oil. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's going to run like crap. It's going to build up carbon like this one did. The reason we built up carbon is because I used some cheap ass two-stroke oil, some low ass stuff, you know what I'm saying, to break it in. Well, this is the last of the fuel that we made with that. Right? Starting from this point forward, I'm going to start using some really good high grade two-stroke. You know what I'm saying? Probably the Husqvarna brand, since their chainsaws work the best. And I'm going to start using 93 grade fuel. It's that simple. But, till then, we still got to deal with this little thing splattering on my foot. Thank you.